Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Winn, and you are tuned into Cooking with Winn. Today I made for you guys chuck rice and gravy. This is what I'm gonna be teaching you guys, and I hope you enjoyed this video because I really love this meal, guys. So I have flour sauce with rice and the gravy on the side. Once everything is made, this is how your chuck rice and gravy is gonna be. You can make this for family, you can make this for loved ones, with your kids. If you don't want to go out, you just want to stay home and make a delicious meal for your partner, you can also make this at home as well. And I love this because it's like yummy. So with that being said, if you want to learn how to make this delicious meal, guys, stay tuned and keep watching, okay? So I have chicken and shrimp that I'll be using today, and I have beef. I have the cube beef, or you can get the regular beef and just cut it into cubes. And I have habanero pepper and bell pepper. I'll be using onions, tomato paste, red snapper fish. I'll be using 3 cups of rice, parboiled rice, but you can use any kind of rice. And I'll be using 1.5 cup of oil. You can use more oil, but I'll be using that much. And I have Palava sauce. You're gonna need Palava sauce for your rice to make your chuck rice. You want to make sure you get the one that say mince, okay? Not the leaf ones. You want to make sure you get the one that say mince. So just go ahead, clean your fish and your chicken. Once you get everything cleaned up, you just want to go ahead and season it. So I have the chicken and the fish together. I'll be showing you guys how to fry your chicken and your fish, and you can also boil your chicken. That's fine. It doesn't matter how you make your chicken. At the end of the day, they're all gonna go in one pot together. Once you got your fish clean and your chicken, just go ahead and add your seasoning. So I'll be using a couple of seasoning. I added black pepper, I added seasoned salt, and now I'll be adding salt to my pot. So once I add my seasoning, I will just mix the seasoning and the fish together. Mix the seasoning in your fish, and then set your fish aside for it to marinate for a couple of minutes. And then move over to your pot, add your water. I'm adding 2 cups of water. It doesn't matter because you're going to be using the water from the meat to add to your gravy. So take that to the stove. So once you add your oil, you just want to wait a couple of minutes for the oil to get hot, and then you fry your fish. At this point, my oil is hot. I'll go ahead and add my fish to the oil, and I will just let that fry. You just want to let your fish fry or your chicken fry till it's done, or like to the color you want it to be. I don't think it really matters how you fry your fish because you're going to be adding it to the gravy anyways. So my fish is all fried, and my chicken, I will take it off the oil, and I'll be using the same oil to fry my blended pepper and onion. So I blended my peppers and my onions together. I'll be adding that to the oil. Because the oil is hot, you want to make sure you move away. You don't want to burn yourself, okay? Once you add your blended peppers and onions, stir your pepper and onions in the oil just to mix it in, and then go ahead and add your seasoning to your pot. I'll be adding 1 Maggi cube, half tablespoon of seasoned salt. I'll also be adding half tablespoon of black pepper. And once you add your seasoned salt and your Maggi cube, or whatever seasoning you have that you'll be using, just mix it all in together and let that fry for 25 minutes. Once the 25 minutes is up, check on your gravy. You want to stir to make sure it's not burning in the bottom, and then go ahead and add your tomato paste to your pot. I use 4 teaspoons or eating spoon of tomato paste, which is basically the entire can because I use the small can, so I use all of it. And then mix the tomato paste in to your gravy and let that cook for about 20 minutes. Once your 20 minutes is up, stir your gravy and add the juice, the water, or the broth for your meat that you cooked earlier to your pot. So because the water is not enough, I'll be adding an extra cup of water to my pot as well. You just want to mix that all in together, and once you mix it all in, taste it and add your seasoning. So I'm adding my water right now. I will mix that in and then taste my gravy. If it's not seasoned, I'll go ahead and add seasoning, but just make sure you're not adding a lot of seasoning because you don't want your pot over seasoned. I'll be adding half tablespoon of seasoned salt and half tablespoon of salt. I know it might seem like a lot of seasoning, but trust me, it's not a lot. Don't be afraid to add your seasoning, but also be very careful not to add too much. And then I'll also be adding half tablespoon of adobo all-purpose seasoning to my pot. So once I have all my seasoning in, I will just mix that all in together, and I will let that fry for another 20 minutes. So while my gravy is frying or cooking, I'll move over to my rice. So I'm gonna be washing my rice like 3 times or 2 times. You can wash your rice 2 to 3 times, that's fine. But just wanna wash it to get some starch off of it. I'm not using an exact measurement of rice, but the trick I'm using is planting my hand in the pot, and once the water reaches the knuckles of my finger, then I know it's enough water. If you don't feel comfortable with that, you can always start with little water. So I added half teaspoon of salt to my pot. I'm gonna just stir that, cover it, and let it cook for 25 minutes. And while my rice is cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and check on my gravy. At this point, I will be adding my meat and my chicken to the gravy. Once you add your meat and your chicken to your pot, just stir it or mix it in together and let that fry for 15 minutes. And you can go ahead and move over to your rice. Check on your rice to see if it's done, but keep an eye on it. If you need to take out more water, you can always take out water, or if you need to add water, go ahead and do that too. So my rice is gonna need another 15 more minutes. I'm gonna let that cook. 15 minutes is up, water has reduced. I'm gonna go ahead and add my Palava sauce to my pot. So you always want to make sure there's a little bit of water left on the rice. You don't want your water to dry completely before adding your Palava sauce. You're gonna need a little water to cook the Palava sauce and also the steam to cook the Palava sauce. I will go ahead and add my Palava sauce over my rice. And then once you're done adding your Palava sauce to the rice, you just want to let that go for another 15 minutes. And once the 15 minutes is up, your rice is going to be ready. Check on the gravy. So this is the gravy. Just by looking at it, it's ready. I'm just stirring it to make sure it's not burning, and I'll go ahead and turn my stove off. So because my gravy is ready and I'm still waiting on my rice, I'll just let it sit till my rice is ready, and I also need it to cool down before I can plate it. This is the rice and the Palava sauce. The Palava sauce is cooked, and you just want to mix your Palava sauce and your rice together. You can either leave it in the pot and do it the way I'm doing it, or you can empty your rice and your Palava sauce in a bigger bowl and just mix it together. But I'm doing it this way because I'm not trying to have enough dirty dishes. You know, I ain't got time for dirty dishes. I'm just playing. Yeah, you can leave it this way, or you can mix it in a bigger bowl. So once you mix your Palava sauce and your rice, this is how it's gonna look. And at this point, your rice and your Palava sauce are all ready. You just want to go ahead and plate your meal. So guys, there it is. My Palava sauce and rice is ready. So this is like a fancier version. If you have people coming over, or if you have people at your house that you're making dinner for, you can serve them this way. Or if you want to be fancy for yourself, you can serve yourself that way. But you can also add your gravy on top of your food like this. Doesn't matter how you plate your food, that's fine. But yes guys, this brings us to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoy watching this video. Do not forget to give it a thumbs up, share, and like guys. I appreciate you guys for staying tuned to the end of this video, and I'll see you guys in another video. Take care and enjoy your meal. Bye guys.